I say, don't do that. And just study. As post-clinical clerkship OSCE is very, we have to do just tema 1, 20 minutes, chief complaint, chest pain operation, interview 6 minutes, examination 6 minutes, record chart 4 minutes, report doctor 4 minutes, and then differential diagnosis needed examination and so on. And this is tema 3, 8 minutes, chief complaint, right lower abdominal pain, reading history for 1 minute, abdomen examination, reading CD and interview with doctors and so on. This kind of post-clinical clerkship skills. But two reviewers, the professors, one is in hospital professor, and this is outside other university professors. And their evaluation is totally different. One professor evaluate 2, but this professor evaluate 5, and this evaluate 1, this professor is 4. So this is something that we have to be careful about. So the PCCOSCE theme is very important, based on the model curriculum. Clinical reasoning is very important. Safety management, public health management. We have to be very careful of this kind of things. And standardization of evaluation. This is very important for the students. And active participation in clinical training. So I really hope so. It's changing the medical school, the candidates for the admission. A lot of people want to go to the medical school, the high school student. But now, 40 students, only 1 student passed this examination, entrance examination in my Fukuoka University. So that's very, but even that, they 6 years and they failed 10%. So I'm very sorry. This is a, table tennis club. In Japanese medical students are very active for the outside. How to say this kind of tennis club or yacht or something. And there is many smoker there. This is 3 years ago. The yacht club. That's very dangerous. So I was so furious almost 3 years ago, and clean up and no smoking. So now it's no one smoking. This is just recent soccer teams. So I published a pamphlet, the entrance requirements. Fukuoka University School of Medicine, medical student must be non-smoker. So you please see the Google's song and Fukuoka University and Dr. Saku. Then you can hit 93,000 by internet. But anyway, this is one of the education of the medical education. So, but anyway, before we follow the German style, and then move to USA style, and then move to Japan style, and ECFMT requested a global standard. So then we going to change Fukuoka University style. So this is the outcome of medical graduation, relationship and intelligence, and gentleness, health, and teaching. Teaching is teaching to the young medical students, meaning that teaching. So we call this the RIGHT. So Fukuoka University RIGHT project started last week. So this is the mark of the RIGHT. This is Ai Fukuhara, Japanese. She got a gold medal Olympic table tennis. activities. I appreciate her effort, and she got the Taiwanese, but I really like her attitude to the play. Yeah. Some people say we love to graduate, but I really thank you very much. I'm very happy to introduce something for medical education, and thank you very much for your hospitality. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Saku, for this very insightful speech. We now like to invite Professor Lai to present a special souvenir for Professor Saku. Please.
I think Dr. Saku wants to leave early, so he would like some questions now. Is anyone some burning issue want to raise?
Professor Saku, that's a very, I really enjoyed your talks. I have a question for you. I heard from the United States, the school I come back, University of Washington, the medical graduate, half of the female students, they're gonna divorce during the Western presidency. Another half gonna hit, also, divorce during the visiting professor, attending physicians. So your student is very competent and very outstanding. I read the slides, 99.3% passed the national exam. That's astonishing numbers. Do you follow your students? You think the burden and the stress, big issues, when they are students, we can talk to them, don't smoke, don't go to the club, don't engage with boyfriends. How come? Do you evaluate your students after they graduate? Fukuoka University is very smart, like you, always smiles, good in communication skills. When they face the highly stressed environment, they are competent. But I think that the issue is very, I don't know Fukuoka, I saw the pictures, I would say 1/3, almost half, your student is female. So how come, can you give us a comment on that? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the question. Actually, medical students had a lot of stress that they have to take many examinations, and last national license examination is very tough. But more than 90% the student can pass, and even if I say stop the sports, stop the everything that they do. I don't know. But with the young people nowadays, it's very tough to have a very resistance to the professor's comment. So, and I have, we have more than 10 women's doctors in my department. Most of them divorced. And, yes. I don't know, but you know, these are the trend of the physician. So I'm accept everything, and think about the future. Yes, it's very true. It's very complicated. The young people's mind is changing. Thank you.
Any more questions? Mary, you want to ask some questions?
Very much for an excellent talk. I'm wondering what the attitude of your faculty are for the new accreditation process. This will be 2018 will be your first visit. And so can you comment on how your faculty are preparing and what their attitude is towards the new accreditation process?
This is very important point, and we don't have enough staff to educate or evaluate the OSCE or something like that. You know, so we try to have a faculty development meeting or so on, but doctors are always moving this hospital to this hospital, you know, because we have many additional hospitals. So doctors are also moving. Otherwise, your professor, you do not need to move. But between the staff, associate professor or lecturer or assistant professor, always moving. So this is a very major risk for the medical education, probably. But we have to, get a lot of, clinical pressures. We have to see the patients and do a lot of catheterization or ICD implantation and so on. Then get some money in there. So this is a still we face this kind of faculties, and especially for the medical education. It's very tough, serious problem.
We still have 10 minutes left for the conference, so any question you can raise. While we're waiting, can I ask you a question? Here's something called liberalized medical education program. What do you mean by liberalized in your slide? I think it's very recently you changed your medical education program to liberalized medical education program. Liberalized, like freedom.
Liberalized.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, that liberalized is there's no meanings. Recently, people like to use it. So today, I just write down liberalized. No measure.
Say your name first.
Thank you, Professor. I'm Dr. Zhang from the EMC. So I'm very interested about you showed some figures about the graduation score and the relationship between the first year and the second year, the examination score and the graduation score. So I have a question about the graduation score is a specific examination before graduation, or it's just the average score during the 6th year of the medical school?
There is a average of the last three examinations. It is almost, the final exams. We have many examinations, and between the October or December or January, this average score. It's so the entrance examination is not related to the graduation score. So that why you have an entrance examination? so everybody can, if they want to be a doctor, they can enter the school. But so this is the conclusion.
So you at the last year of the medical school, the 6th year, you have the last 3 different examinations. So the graduate examination is the average score of the last 3 examinations. Because we don't have the graduation examination in our school, but we think I don't have the exact the numbers, but I think in our school, I think the graduation score is related to the first and the second year of the school, because in Taiwan, most of our medical school, the first 2 years is liberal art. So a lot of students think this first 2 years of the medical school is just the extension from the high schools. So some of the students, they don't pay too much attention on this school, this classes, it's course. So, but the average, the graduating score is the average of the 7 years. So most of the best students, they have a better performance in the first 2 years. They will have a good score at the graduations. I think it's very similar, but I think it's a different different way to compare this. Thank you.
I just want to clarify. You say you have yoga for the first 2 years, and Honka for the following years. We are saying we had the first 2 years called pre-med. It's a yoga.
Yoga and Honka. But this was very many years ago. University of Tokyo was established.
Then no longer yoga.
No longer yoga. Yeah, because from the first year, they are sometimes they are trained in a clinical. So clinical world, sometimes outside the hospital they visit and they train something, so that there is a yoga. The period is very short right now.
Short. Oh, excuse me, let's explain in Chinese there. Yoga 是医育科，就是我们医育科的，他们刚开始学2年是 yoga， 但是下来是 Honka 是本科，所以我刚刚是 clarify， 因为你的问题，他们现在的 yoga 已经缩短了，而日本的医学用文教育是比较不重视。
Thank you, Professor Saku. I'm very interested and impressed for your presentation of the medical education system in Japan. I'm very interested in your system. You have examination, OSCE examination, and the CPT examination at the end of year 4. And my question is, if they failed, and how many percent? What is the percentage the failure to pass, and what do they do in the following their education? Thank you very much.
Yeah, good question. I think after 4th year, there is a very serious examination. Maybe 8% to 10% failed. And from the first year, second, third, so usually maybe 10% failed. And if you failed 2 years, you have to, how to say, retire. So the retirement students every year, 5 students to 6 students retire per year. So I'm very sorry. They are very handsome and at the high school days, and they passed their medical school, but 5 to 6 people failed and retired from the medical school. Very stressful.
I think our time is up, so perhaps we can save the question after our lecture so we can continue the discussion. Thank you very much.
And now there will be a 20-minute coffee break. Refreshments will be served on the foyer outside the conference room. And on behalf of the organizers, I would like to invite all of our speakers and moderators to the stage for a group photo with our symposium chair, Professor Fukuoka, and co-chair, Professor Lai Qi-wan. Please.
然后等下我们出去场，外场。后头电视不用，好，关掉。